Basement Crewers.
Yo, yo, yo.
How are you doing?
Hey.
I just posted the previous pod, so I'm hoping to see those resolutions out there. We got the crew as always. Jack, Mikey. We got some things to talk about today. Sports. We got Netflix things to talk about. We stay with it. So,
all right. First one. Should we start with Bandersnatch?
let's start with Bandersnatch.
I'm fine with starting
Okay.
with Bandersnatch.
It's been a minute. Let's start with Bandersnatch. We've had a little bit to think about it.
Let's put a limit on the Bandersnatch conversation.
Okay,
though.
that's fair.
Because it could.
That's fair.
Forever.
That's fair.
All right. First off, did you watch Bird Box before Bandersnatch?
I did not.
Or not Bird Box. What was it
Black
called?
Mirror?
Black Mirror.
I did not.
You didn't?
No, I've never seen Black Mirror.
All right. Well, from our experience, that was pretty on par, or like a little bit. Actually, exactly on par. Because there were some for us that were like really left us. That one where they made the human. Remember that one? See that one?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I would say it was definitely up there, like as how messed up it was,
Yes.
with like the most messed up episodes. But that was by far the most confused I've ever been watching Black Mirror.
They threw us on the biggest
Well,
curve.
the fact that like we were playing it, you know what I mean? It was like they didn't even have to put in the work to confuse us. It's like
Yeah.
we were getting in our own heads. It's
because
like
we were talking
we
ourselves.
were like, dude, we can't kill the dad. Can we kill the dad?
Yo, should we cut up this dad?
Actually, can we? We're gonna put a spoiler warning in.
You know what?
before-
This is- yeah,
This is
you
a
guys are-
spoiler warning. If you guys haven't seen,
Actually, there's 12 endings. So
that's fair. I feel like I don't exactly know if what like option
Yeah.
everyone gets to.
We'll spoiler alert it anyway.
I'm just gonna
we'll
say,
spoiler alert it.
We're gonna
yeah.
talk
If
about
you
it.
guys want to skip it, I'll probably put a link to the next topic in the description or something
Yeah.
like that. But anyway, yeah. But it's like, kill dad, and we're like, bro, I'd rather just calm down,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
calm
yeah.
down, and it goes
You
back,
can't.
and it's like, oh, you're gonna kill
you're
dad.
killing this dad. No, I did see a tweet.
Oh,
Some guy said his mom kept like literally for 5 times chose for what was his name, like Stefan.
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 Yeah.
Yo, for Stefan to take the job.
Really?
Like literally, this guy said his mom was sitting there for like probably 20 minutes.
Really?
Like, because you have to go through the whole thing. Like, because she wanted Stefan to take the job so bad, she thought it was like a glitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she was like, "Why isn't it like registering?"
No, really? That's fucking. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's such a untouched media. Like there hasn't been a lot. So like older generation.
I
maybe
definitely think that's an older generation problem.
Yeah, 100%.
right there.
Like they didn't get the option to choose TV. We didn't even.
No,
This
yeah.
is like the first thing where it's kind of like
So-
that.
So
we're
this is
woke, dude.
this is the
We're woke, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
we are.
dude, we're
We're
so
woke as hell.
woke, dude. More work than you.
so the
believe.
question is, do you think they meant for us to like throughout the movie? Do you think the movie wanted us to say, "Oh, they're not giving us any options right now"? Like,
I think
you know what I mean?
I think the general.
Because that's what Stefan went through.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't have any options. It keeps coming back.
I think the general that was like the general progression. That at first it's like, oh, I have all these choices because it's an interactive movie, but at the end you realize you have no choices.
Yeah.
You have to do what the movie wants you to
Yeah.
do, which is, I guess that's kind of that was Stefan.
But then by the end, you were actually choosing.
Yeah.
Like my understanding was at the beginning we had like almost 0 choices.
Yeah.
That the storyline was like literally just a straight line, and
Yeah.
then there would be like that, and you would have to keep going on
Yeah.
that storyline. But then Stefan said something like in the movie, saying like no matter what I do, I feel like I have like this one path and I can't get off of it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was like
at that point.
I feel like the movie was telling us like
Yeah.
I know what you
maybe.
guare going through.
Yeah.
Like it seems
Yeah.
like this, but now it's about to get
Yeah, the part when like just give me a sign,
Yeah.
and then we
And you
first
do
pick
Netflix.
Netflix, and he starts fucking murdering people. That shit was fire, bro. Like that
Was
was
he murdered? No. He just beat up
he beat
the
the
therapist.
shit out of his
No.
therapist, and then his dad came in and starts choking him. Remember?
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't even remember. Yeah, he kicked him in the balls, and
Yeah.
then you picked it too.
You had to
You
pick.
kicked
That was
him in the balls.
No, but the thing is, there were a couple options where you only had one
Yeah.
option.
Wasn't one of them kicking the balls?
Yeah, no, that was one where you didn't have another option.
Yeah.
You
So
just had
why
to
is
pick
that
A.
an option?
That's what I'm saying. Just
Just kick him in the balls and-
progress
and
the
let's
story.
get on with it. Yeah, why do
don't
I-
make me press A.
Fuck it. I'm not clicking it.
Yeah.
I'm not clicking.
That's what we actually never tried. Not like,
just not clicking it.
Just having the timer.
I think
run
it
out.
just picks what's on.
Like what your
so it
cursor's
starts
on?
hovered over something. So I think the first one. So it'll just go through the whole first one. I wonder what a passive watch through of that leads you to. What ending?
That's true.
What ending if you just leave it alone? What happens? I wonder. Because it would just give you all
I don't
option
know.
A's. Just all option A's. Probably.
But the thing is, after some option A's, you have to run back, and then it will like cursor over option B. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, we might have to run it back
You
again.
have to run that back.
Dude, you guys stay tuned. We might have a run back review. But yeah, that movie was fucking crazy. That was my first toe dip into the Black Mirror pool.
The craziest thing is that they throw us on such a curve that we thought there was a glitch in the movie.
Dude,
That they ran the credits.
yeah.
And then
And then came
they like
back.
zoomed out
Yeah,
as like a Google employee or like a video producer,
that was
Apple employee, and like we're all just like, yo, what's going on?
Dude, they got
and you
us.
have to run it back.
Dude, they weren't gonna let us get the chance. Dude.
It's like a weird. It's like a weird like. Oh God, they're making us run it back. Oh no, I didn't want to keep going, but you're like, dude, this
I
is
gotta see,
crazy.
I
man. I gotta see what happens.
yeah, we were all looking at each other like, oh, fuck. Dude,
Yeah.
And then at the same time, it's
We're like, pass me the
like,
popcorn.
please,
bro."
please.
I'm just like, all
That's
right,
that
you gotta
shit.
choose the next one. Choose the next one.
Come on, bro.
No, dude, that was insane. Like
Great
the
experience.
just the fact that like we had to like watch this man cut up the body.
Yeah, that was
Dude,
fucked up.
and they showed the first.
Yeah.
It was
It's
so funny, dude.
Oh.
I feel like when we first saw that option the very first time,
Where it's like,
We all
oh,
look at each other
dude,
like,
they're
no
gonna-
way.
But we're like, they're gonna make us. do
Yo,
this,
and then,
aren't they?
yeah, you get it back, and then like the cursor's over, cut up the body, and like Jack's
Yeah.
like, cut it.
We picked every option possible before cutting up that body.
Yeah.
And when we got to it, we were just like,
Cut
we,
that shit up.
we knew this was gonna
Cut that
happen.
shit up.
Just might as well get to it,
Yeah.
bro.
No, those the memes. I went and saw the memes, like Twitter going off after. It was the funniest thing. Like
Right.
it was like hardest choice in Bandersnatch, and it was like him holding up like Astroworld and like
Yeah,
the
or
Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba.
Like,
I saw that one. I also saw. Or did you send us the one where it was like
the
choosing?
it's like
having
I'm
to choose.
just trying to give Stefan the best life or whatever.
Yeah, no,
and
but
it was like Netflix, like stupid.
No. It was
really
the
how
one,
it is, though.
It was the one where it was like me choosing for Stefan to cut up the body, and it was like some bitch.
Yeah, yeah, it's like in public.
Yeah.
like with the sunglasses on. Dude, that
That's
was
actually how it makes you feel. And
really-
that actually might be part of like what Black Mirror was trying to make you feel like.
like,
you know
oh,
what I
you
mean?
motherfucker.
Yeah,
you were
like-
cutting up your own father. Huh?
Yeah. Like somehow, like no matter what, this society is gonna make you make you choose the bad. Yeah.
There's some deeper thing there.
The thing is, I don't that's the thing with Black Mirror. That mostly with our experience, I don't underestimate anything that they do anymore. I don't chalk anything up to coincidence of like my own thoughts.
You can't
Like
something like that.
at this point, I'm like Black Mirror wanted us to think this.
Yeah, until proven.
Yes,
that they
that's what I'm
didn't.
saying.
Yeah.
Like I mostly with the things that me and Jack have watched, like I don't doubt their ability to put thoughts in people's minds.
I believe it, dude. They're
They're
I feel like they're
so smart.
very based on like nuance and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Just on the one movie I saw, for sure.
All right,
All right, we're moving on to Bird Box.
cutting the
All
Bandersnatch
right,
talk.
so this is the Bandersnatch end here. Now on to Bird Box. If you guys
Jack
haven't
hasn't
seen
even
Bird Box.
seen actually.
He hasn't seen it, so he's gonna be skipping this part.
I guess
right here.
I'll just be asking questions. I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep
You
it.
still have to watch it.
We're actually gonna try to keep this pretty spoiler free because we have a guy who hasn't seen it. But we're gonna still.
But anyway, let me actually just pull up that picture of my man's here, just so I can explain
More
how
visual.
cut.
Yeah, bro. This guy This is 5 years of post-apocalyptic survival, bro.
That's
How do you
yo,
keep that?
It
How do you keep
it
that?
literally said like cut to 5
How
years
do
later.
you keep that?
Not only did he have
He
that
might have
like,
got bigger.
0% body fat,
Bro, he might
but
got
he had the cleanest like beard. Like he had a like someone was lining him up every 2 weeks. Like just a beautiful man.
dude, I mean, just like
That was actually my biggest wonder.
dude. I mean, I looked him up. He's 28, bro. Sandra Bullock's 54. They had a love interest. It's twice the age right
Yo,
there,
but
bro.
Sandra Bullock
Bullock's a
don't look
dime,
like
though.
54.
She don't. She don't, bro. She gorgeous. She's
Sandra
gorgeous.
Bullock is like
Oh my god, dude. I mean, if you were 54 and you were married to Sandra Bullock, you can't have too many complaints.
Not at all.
You just can't. It's just not a lot.
no yeah.
Without even touching the Bird Box narrative. I mean, if we're just yeah. So this is my thought on Bird Box. I thought it was fine. I thought it was a lot of media.
a lot of media
A
attention.
lot of media attention. Like they, I mean,
Like,
there
they
was
did mad numbers.
so much Twitter noise about it, and it was just like something where I had to see, and it was fine. Like it wasn't that big a deal.
Did you see the Bird Box challenge? Like some of those.
Yeah, I
They
saw.
ran the baby into the wall. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
Yo, there was
saw
like 2 parents, like running the kids, like they all had blindfolds on. They were trying to do like the Bird Box challenge.
Yeah.
Yo, this mom literally like there was like a big like in their house there was like a doorway,
Yeah.
but like without a door. You know what I mean? It was like just like one of those like
Yeah, just an opening.
yeah. And literally they were running, and she was holding this baby's hand with the blindfold on the baby, and she ran the kid into the wall.
I did see that.
You did see that.
Saw
You know what I'm-
You saw that shit?
I have to go through the whole story for Jack. Just saying.
He goes.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
There's
I'm on
actually-
Twitter
I like-
too much,
I
dude.
like
I
that
see.
shit.
I see a lot of
No,
videos.
Yeah, on Twitter a lot.
Nah, bro. But yeah, I just thought like the name of the movie Bird Box. I don't even know if that was an appropriate name.
I
Like,
did.
I feel like the Bird Box didn't serve enough of a purpose to be called.
They
Bird
definitely
Box.
they definitely didn't give it enough.
There was not enough. I thought Bird Box was going to be something beautiful, something huge, like transcending the whole like problem in the movie.
Yeah.
And it didn't. They didn't even.
They could have. They could have.
They could have
They could have
easily.
named it Blindfold.
easily could have named it Blindfold, and it would have been more fitting than
and
Bird
like
Box.
or like Don't Look.
Don't Look, one of those like don't hear,
Yeah.
you know, like those movies.
Don't breathe. Yeah.
Don't
that-
breathe.
That
Don't
actually
breathe.
is
Don't
a
breathe.
movie.
Right?
Don't open your eyes.
The one with the blind marine guy.
Yeah.
Like, just do that.
Like, but Bird Box, I think they had like 3 examples of the
Of
birds
the bird being
in the box.
and they didn't even listen.
No.
They didn't even listen.
They didn't listen to the birds.
They didn't even listen to the birds. So what's the point?
No, yeah, very
So
dumb.
Where the one British guy
The
came in.
birds.
In the river.
No, where he.
I'm so
was crazy,
lost
though.
right now.
Yeah. So Bird Box is without giving away too much. It's kind of like it's their like helping hand through the whole debacle.
The-
Dude, I'm so curious right now.
So the quote unquote monsters,
yeah.
they can't look at them, right?
Yeah, I
So
know,
you know
yes,
that.
I know that.
So the way that they know that the monsters are near, the birds like go
Yeah.
mad.
But the point.
Birds like not go mad. That's a. They don't like literally go mad,
They
but
start,
they
like,
just chirp.
flapping.
They like
around.
chirp and like
Yeah.
flap around. So
And
like
they were-
Sandra Bullock.
Oh, that's scary.
I think-
yeah.
Well, they could have been incredibly. They could
Yeah.
have made so much. You know how they could have made suspense out of it, like
Yeah.
Oh,
just like
quiet room, a little
birds
flap.
chopping. Yeah.
It's like, oh, did I just hear that
Was
shit?
it not, dude? It wasn't. that-
No,
No,
there were
literally,
like
like,
there was, like,
instances-
3
there were,
incidents
like,
of the
3
birds.
instances.
That's sad.
There
dude.
was one where it's like, yeah, I could have told you that. You know, like you didn't need a fucking bird. You know,
Like, the guy was, like,
yeah,
talking.
the guy's like, "Oh, man!" Like,
Yeah.
you need a bird to tell you that guy's cuckoo.
Yeah.
So it was
Come
like
on, fuck outta here.
I feel like Quiet Place did that very well. The suspense in that thing was crazy,
Dude.
and like
Didn't see that.
I didn't see Quiet Place either. It's all right, bro.
oh man, that was such a good movie. All right, whatever.
Throw this out. Throw this out to the audience, bro. What do you have to say about Quiet Place?
I was just
This is your chance.
I was just gonna say like if compare it to Bird Box.
Okay.
But you guys
yeah.
didn't see it, so you wouldn't.
it's hard to compare.
you wouldn't be
I
able
haven't
to-
seen it.
But it was good because it was stuff.
Yeah, well-
where like all right, one scene was like where, obviously they couldn't make any noises because
Yeah.
any noise and like the monsters would come immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when the wife was going upstairs from like the laundry room,
Yeah.
her dress caught on a nail in the floorboard, and it just poked up.
Oh.
So there's a nail sticking up in the stairs.
Yeah.
And then camera just zooms in on it, and it goes to the next scene.
See, now that's crazy. That's crazy. There was nothing like that in Bird
So
Box.
you know, as soon as the next person
Yeah.
starts walking downstairs, dude, they're gonna yell. They're gonna let out a shriek.
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
So I was gonna compare like that to like.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Bird Box could have done the
So
same.
they did
type
it.
Of stuff.
They did it in one chance. They had one chance to do it. They had one chance to do it. There was this British guy. Let me in. Let me in.
The crazy.
Yeah, and he was like a crazy but like a sane guy. So like he was able to, elocute himself properly.
Okay.
And the birds were flapping, and like I'm pretty sure they had known at this point that birds had something to do with the monsters, and they didn't. They like no sold it. There's no like.
There's no like, oh
There's
shit.
nothing.
Like,
It's like, oh,
why are
there's-
these birds going crazy?
the birds are going crazy.
So like they didn't let him in.
No, they did.
They let him in,
They
and,
let
Yo,
him in, and
and then something happened.
oh no.
I hated her for letting that guy.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know. Everyone knows one of those fat bitches.
Oh
where
my
it's like,
god.
oh my god, I had to.
No, all right, so this is.
You're it if you don't know one.
No, all right, so. I want to just tell
We're
him.
getting no overweight
I wanna-
viewers.
Hey, if you're over
Comment.
200 pounds, we love you. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person. All I'm
Not at all.
saying is, no. I'm
But
kidding.
all right, so basically,
I was just
Yeah.
using her as like I wasn't
Yeah.
saying all fat
this,
women.
This
I
woman,
was just saying
like,
I'm just
they
kidding.
they basically had a house,
not that
right?
serious.
They all like they stayed in this house. They had all the blinds down, newspaper all over all the windows. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, they weren't letting anyone in.
Shitty way to live.
Yeah, they weren't letting anyone in because
You telling him a little bit of the plot right now?
so just like a little bit of like not about the plot, just
Yeah,
about
but
like
just
the background.
generally,
Yeah.
okay.
So basically, they didn't want anyone to come in because some people, like you know how like the basis of the story is like if you look at them, you kill yourself, right?
Yeah.
So, but some people rather than killing themselves, they just like
And that was another thing that I thought wasn't even presented.
Not at all.
Why some people? Who?
some
people didn't kill
some people
themselves?
didn't, and those people that didn't kill themselves made
other people
other people look
They were
in their
they were
eyes.
kind of like
That was it.
yeah, pretty much.
They just didn't die.
no.
Yeah. So
They
like
just-
basically
yeah.
like if you saw the thing, you might kill yourself. But if Mikey saw the thing, he just might like his eyes go crazy, and then he'd like go around and saying like to doors. He'd
Yeah.
go around to doors like, "Let me in, let me in."
Yeah,
Like
and it was like a recorded thing almost. Like
yeah,
they would just go
They
on.
would
to
just like
keep
go
doing
on
the
and
same
like do
thing.
the same thing. Like
Ad nauseam.
like
What if
Yeah.
they got let in?
Then they would go, hey, look,
and
Yeah.
they'd like look into your eyes.
They
Yeah.
would try
and
to fuck
then
you
you
up.
kill yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, then that person.
Yeah.
would?
So if
They
Mikey
were like carrying.
yeah, they were
whatever.
carrying the spirit,
Yeah,
the
whatever
monster
the
in
fuck.
their eyes.
That's crazy.
But they didn't
bro.
go over
Again,
that at all.
it's not. You have no clue why.
You gotta explain that.
There's no explanation.
There's no explanation of why some people
just,
killed themselves.
It's just hollow storytelling. It's not like suspense.
And the thing is, there's also timeout. You remember that guy who set up the cameras, right?
oh yeah,
And
yeah,
he said it was infrared.
yeah.
She wasn't infrared. Let's talk about that. You know what I mean?
It was
just a
literally-
camera
It's
feed.
literally a black and white camera.
Oh
There's
no.
no infrared.
He was like, oh yeah, it's just like a transmission of like an image. It's just an
Infrared
image.
data.
It's just like infrared data. It's like
It was black and white. It was
I
it
would
was
literally,
a it was a grayscale image. There was
God,
no
yeah. I was so
infrared
frustrated. I was
data.
like,
Like a
bro.
security camera.
yeah, exactly.
He had
And a
security cameras,
McDonald's?
and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna look outside.
He's
Like,
like, I'm gonna check the heat map.
oh my god, dude. All right, yeah, but the guy killed himself. He literally they made him tie himself down while
Yeah.
he was watching the video feed.
Yeah, and he ends up killing himself.
And he ends up like literally just like tipping himself
Well,
over in a chair.
It looked like an accident. It didn't look like he did it on purpose.
No,
It didn't even look like
because
he just
there was
fucked
like
around.
there was like a fireplace like mantle like low like bench thing.
Yeah.
and he literally just tipped over in the chair and like just smashed his.
It was
head.
just it was so many things where if you explained it more and if you build a little suspense because what it sounds like there's a lot of pieces there, right? It sounds like this could be crazy,
but they don't do it
and
well.
I feel like they just kind of missed the mark.
They did.
They had it. They had everything. They
Like,
had
they had the
great
making-
cast.
yeah.
Great cast. Great
Amazing cast.
storyline.
They had what's his name?
Iron abs,
John
crabs.
Malkovich.
No, a rapper, bro.
Oh, Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun
And they had
Kelly.
the guy from Get Out.
Yes.
Oh,
They had
really?
I told you, man. I was a security officer.
Oh, the
that
TSA
guy.
agent,
Yeah, the TSA.
Yeah, dude. He kind of
They
plays
had
the
him.
same role.
He did exact same role.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
the crazy
Christ.
guy that has some
Scared, yeah.
theories, but he's right. Like same exact fucking guy. Machine Gun Kelly. He's like, it was fucking bullshit, and he's like popping pills and shit.
Fucking dead, man.
We were so fucked.
So fuck.
And then there's like a what? Sorry.
I was about to say he just said that like. so
Yeah,
many
that
times.
was his only role.
Nice.
was to
Like
talk
his
about
old,
Nice,
his
dude.
only line. Like it'd be one scene and it'd end with like with Machine Gun Kelly. Like,
Yeah.
We're so fucked. And then like the next scene it'd like end with him saying that
Yeah.
again.
And another thing, I thought the modern day part really brought little to the story. Like it kind of brought it along well, but I didn't think it brought enough.
Terrible ending.
Really-
Let's talk about that.
One of the okay.
Oh no, let's
I'm
not.
not gonna
talk
tell you the
about
ending.
it.
I'm not gonna tell you the ending. I'm just gonna tell you it's one of the worst endings of any film I've ever seen.
No, I
So
I
many
didn't feel good
questions.
about it. I didn't feel good about
Not
like,
good. It was like really that
Like-
was weak. Like it was like they had a week left to make it, and it was like we just gotta push.
Let's just wrap it up. Let's just tie it out.
Can you just get here?
Just stop recording. They eventually just got bored.
Just bring in the lights. Just bring in every light in planet Earth, and we'll wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
For all you watchers, I'm not going to spoil here, but the obvious question is, how did that one lady get there at the end when she was not like the rest of the people, if you know what I'm saying? Like,
The OBGYN.
yeah.
So can I ask this question then?
Yeah.
You can ask anything you
Yeah,
want, bro.
anything you want.
You're in control of your
We
own
will
spoil.
spoil the shit out of
Yeah,
it.
you're in
No,
control of your own
it's
spoil.
not. It won't spoil it.
All
Yeah,
right.
go ahead.
But is it possible that there's a lot of unanswered questions because
No.
You're going to say because they
there's
want
a
you to...
sequel? There's a
Oh,
possible sequel.
No, I don't,
Can't
no,
be.
no. They
Cannot
they
be.
tie it
Really?
up. They tie
They
it
tie
up.
it up.
Oh, that's
they tie it
terrible.
up.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not like it's not like
terrible.
Avengers where like
Like
I-
theirs could be next.
I didn't know there was another Avengers. I thought for some reason I thought that was the last one. I'm like, that's kind of weak. And then I heard there was a new one. I'm like, that was such a fucking dope ending because I'm gonna see Avengers 4 the millisecond
Yeah.
that shit comes out.
Oh, yeah.
It was such a good ending.
Oh yeah.
But it was like they tied it
How
up.
did how did Avengers 3?
That's
Um,
trash.
Is that Age of Ultron?
Yeah. Oh no, was 3 Thanos the one? Is that Age of Ultron? Holy shit. Is
No,
the
no.
one with Thanos Age of
Oh,
Ultron?
that was Infinity War.
Oh well,
My
I'm
bad.
saying. Okay, sorry. Well, Infinity War. The way they ended up Infinity War.
Yeah, with the guy just like chilling.
Holy shit, that was so good to bring on another one.
I haven't seen the trailer for the next.
It doesn't reveal anything crazy.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Dude, all I'm saying
you
is, Bird Box like wrapped it up.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like
No sequel.
like we're good here.
Yeah.
That's rough, dude.
I don't know if we're good.
No, it-
So many
Left me
questions.
just like. Really?
The other thing I couldn't really reveal was I was watching it on a Rice Krispie treat. You know, inedible.
Oh,
I was kind of numb a little bit to like fear, but
Yeah.
I still thought I was watching it pretty.
No,
I
so
thought I was having the same.
I had a fear when the guy broke in, and like he was like actually revealing
No,
himself.
because I remember my heart would be racing in certain
Yeah.
parts, but I was still just like, no, I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
I was still like just a general.
That's rough.
It was-
because that's one of those concepts where like you could just like introduce a bunch of sweet stuff that doesn't make any sense,
It could have
and
been
then not explain
so-
it, and then leave people like wanting more.
Well, that's the thing. I have no problem with you not explaining what they can't see. That's fine because
Yeah.
that's for you to project your whatever your.
That's
fucking,
like books. Books do
Yeah,
that all the time.
exactly.
Like, oh, so what do you think?
Yeah, what do you think it is?
No, but like,
Even Pulp Fiction, like
Yeah.
we got it. It doesn't matter. It's glowing.
Yeah.
You know it's fucking sick.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But like, they didn't explain anything. That's a problem.
not only like because like all right, so us not seeing what the monster was, that's like a part of that's like a key part.
Key,
Or like
very key.
they obviously meant to do that
Because if
But
you're
the
gonna
other-
see it, then they want you to think you're gonna go crazy.
yeah, but like the other things you're just like, yo, like mostly now that we're talking about it, like they really didn't explain like anything.
No, nothing. It's like we're done here. It's like you're not done here. You get your ass back here and you tell me the story that you wanted to tell me because there's nothing here.
How did she get there?
How does she get there? How does like
Why didn't they say?
anything? It's like, oh, here's a bunch of these people, and then it's like it felt like it was heaven. It was like we're just gonna make this like some heavenly thing and end the film. I'm not good with that. You need to.
Also, how are the people driving around? Remember how like, there's, like They were like drifting
Yeah.
around.
How? Well, I thought they were crazy though. I thought they were in the.
Oh, those are the crazies?
I thought they were crazy.
I see. I didn't know that.
But still, how do they get whips? And how is it like in the
How's it gas?
forest and they're like whipping around and like going to are they filling her up? They've been driving for 5 years.
Yeah.
Where are they finding gas?
And they're not going easy on gas.
And are they? No shit. And they're like, are they replacing those tires? Because they're
Yo,
screeching.
they're
out.
like burning out, bro.
You're not replacing them just by yourself. Fuck out of here. There's no way. There's just so many questions. They were really like really playing with them and hanging them up dry. Like you better have some
And
automotive
you notice that
experts.
they didn't. She didn't really have to deal with any of like the people out in the woods at all.
One person, and it was like she's got that toolie on her. Like
She's got the toolie, bro.
she's got a toolie and a fucking like a hatchet.
Yeah. She got a machete.
I don't give a shit. Like, and she's got the blindfold on.
Yo.
There's no chance.
No, the thing is that I was like, so you remember when she had to go get more supplies, like after they fell in,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and like she kept like hearing that the thing was being pulled, her little string.
Oh yeah. They didn't do anything with that. Holy shit!
That's what I'm
yes,
saying.
yes.
That
oh
means
my
a person like ran into it.
bro. That's right. They did nothing.
Nothing with that.
Like that could have been so good. I was like
She
shitting
has
my
to
pants.
run back,
I was shitting my
blindfolded.
pants, and they didn't even like. There was no like if this was the build up, it was like
Cut.
it's like all right, we good. Yeah, I
Like
don't,
literally,
disappointed.
they could have done so much with that because
It was fine.
yo, have a little fight scene or something because
Something.
obviously someone ran into that string. She has to run back with that string,
Yeah.
and you're telling me she just like, okay, we're back.
All right, don't ever do that again.
Yeah, it's
That was weak. I thought that was weak. Who put the golf ball in the fucking? Was that you?
Yeah, dude.
Good shit, bro. Proud of you, bro. As you can see, we got
Took a little bit.
little mantle here, yeah, with the golf ball.
I'll do it in 2 seconds. I swear.
Speaking of Bird Box Challenge, you guys see that Kevin Durant thing yesterday, bro?
Such a great transition.
He was out of bounds, dude.
Bro,
Yo,
He was out of box.
Oh,
bro.
oh, I know what you're
alright.
saying though because CP3
The refs.
CP3
Yeah,
CP3
yeah.
tweeted that out.
Yeah. Well, the refs are blind. That's
Yeah.
the whole. Bro, that was one of the that
All right, so question: are you allowed to run out of bounds and then hit it in
As-
if your feet
as
are
lo-
not
There's-
touching?
you can step out and then step in. Like if you're in midair and you're throwing it back out, it's the last like where your foot was at. So if you jumped from out of bounds, that's out of bounds. But if
Yeah,
you jump from
yeah.
in to out, that's inbounds.
All right,
So if Kevin
so
was
the
out of bounds,
first-
reestablished himself, and then off one foot went and did it,
Which he
that's-
didn't.
He did not even.
He was out of bounds.
He was out for
way
four-
before he even touched the ball.
Four
Four steps,
Yeah.
and then he
including the one that
and then he
was touching the
touched it
ball.
and threw it.
There was a
His foot was out of bounds when he touched it too.
There are what 3 refs on staff, and there's not one watching the ball.
yeah,
There's not one watching the ball. Are you shitting me?
or
How-
didn't see any of his
Any of the-
three
or
or
his
4
feet.
steps. 3 or 4 steps.
That's what I'm saying. How did that go? How are you not?
So now the question is, do you think they wanted that to happen?
I mean,
Oh.
dude, I'm not gonna, say any like.
There's
all
no
I'm-
way.
All I'm saying is that's the kind of shit that gets people fired. Like,
Oh yeah,
cannot that.
That's a big
too,
game.
That's too obvious for me for
that's no Nuggets Pistons game,
for me to see that on
hell
purpose.
No.
bro. That's like
At the
prime time NBA game.
That's-
You can't miss a call.
That's
like
probably the game that's going to make people start watching, start to transition the NFL season into the NBA season.
Yeah.
And you fuck that up like so hard.
No.
That's the kind of shit that gets people fired.
that. No,
man.
actually fired.
Serious? Like, if not, at the very least, you need to talk to that ref.
Oh, absolutely.
Put him on a couple.
So
games
what
suspension.
what I'm confused about. So the refs process is like right. So get up to that status, you're like elementary school basketball,
Yeah.
and then
And
middle
then you're the
school,
best elementary school,
and then
you're
you're
the best JV,
best-
and then you're best
yeah,
varsity.
high
You get up
school,
there.
and then your best college for 10 years.
Yeah, you got to get some tenure.
20 years.
Yeah.
And then you get a shot at being a ref in that long.
And you come
and
through
this
with
lanky spider foot,
He's 7 foot tall.
and you didn't see him. It's different color wood. It's not even close.
It's if the rule was flipped and it's all you need is a part of your foot to be inbounds for it to be inbounds.
Still.
There's no question. Still
Out of
and
bounds.
the rule is if any part is out of bounds. That's how fucking horrible that call was.
That's really bad.
So many different chances for them to call that out of bounds. There were so many different
He took
chances.
4 steps, grabbed it, threw it.
Yeah.
James Harden's pointing at it. James Harden's on the scene. He's like, "We gonna let that happen right now?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, I guess we are." Yeah.
All right, so in NBA, are there no callbacks?
You can't call something back. You can, if a ref were to blow it dead on the floor, you can review that and say like, so if he called it out, you could like review that, but you can't say, "Oh, that basket didn't count." If you let it happen,
Yeah,
you can't call that.
Wait, so
back.
why didn't they? They didn't review it after.
They must have been that confident that they were like,
So
Yes,
so
yeah.
right, he threw it, goes to Curry. Curry hits the shot.
So, but I'm saying before that happened, they didn't review it.
No, they didn't.
But hypothetically, before they inbounded it.
Before James Harden inbounded it. Who are you saying?
Oh, there wasn't an out of bounds called.
No.
So Kevin Durant tossed it back in, and then what?
And
happened?
then
played
Curry
it.
grabbed it, pump fake, step forward, hit a jumper. 2-point game.
And you can't review that.
Right at that point, Curry's already hit a bucket. You could what you could do. The only thing where you could like retroactively do something is if there's a 3 and it's questionable, it might have been a 2, or vice versa. You can reverse that and give the team an extra point or take it away, but you cannot change like the course of the game. You know, which
Wow.
so it's just a rough call, and then the Rockets come down, and then their play goes out of bounds, and they're just like, "Hey, that was one of the most blatant calls I've ever seen in my entire life." You know, and I don't know if there's been a statement yet.
yeah, did they talk about it yet?
I don't know if there's. I could look. I don't think there's been a statement.
Because I'm interested to
Yeah.
hear the
Extremely interested. I could
the
look it up.
explanation for that one.
If you guys want to carry me for a little bit, I could do a little research. But, yeah, I mean, that's so bad. And then fucking James Harden, holy shit, dude, ball don't fucking lie.
Yo,
Rose
alright.
up over. If he's not the best, top 2 shooting guard defenders in the league, and fucking, he was either Draymond or Kevin Durant, sticks it, game winner. Like, how? How?
performance?
Sorry.
Oh my bad. Is that an is that an MVP performance?
I think there wasn't a lot of noise for James Harden to be MVP, but after that, and after the fact that he's had 11 or whatever,
Like
40 point
plus.
performance,
Which
got it.
is-
He's got to be in that discussion. I think right now.
Do you think LeBron has ever been farther from the MVP
That's
talk?
definitely maybe since rookie year.
Yeah,
Because
I don't think there's any.
you got to give
fair-
it to Kawhi. You got to give a nod to Kawhi. You got to give a nod to James
Giannis.
Harden, Giannis, of course.
LeBron's far from it right now.
He's probably 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Really?
genuinely, yeah. That's at least my general. Just what I
Like what?
from
What you
me
hear?
watching the NBA and from what I hear, I think not a lot of people would give James Harden or LeBron
LeBron right
anywhere within 4 or 5.
Well, it's
Wow.
like you could even talk. Like I know there's ways.
If you
like,
wanted to
there's
talk him
there's-
out,
No,
you could.
I'm saying there's ways to spin like the MVP talk to say like,
yeah,
you know what,
most
this
valuable
yeah,
or whatever.
most
but
valuable. It's got to be LeBron James.
I think most people have a general idea of what MVP goes for. It's for an outstanding season.
Yeah.
In a season where somebody played, like Russell Westbrook having an average triple double.
Yeah.
Now, just because I'm like a NBA, like a guy who's very
stats.
very focused on like the history of the game, and I know that Oscar Robertson was the only other person. I was even one of the person where if Russell was like 30, 10, and 9.5 that season, like that probably would have went to Harden that year, just because that triple double is so important. Like the fact that he averaged it.
Yeah.
And he was also so valuable to his team.
It
That was not
so
a very
important.
good team.
So important.
He hit that buzzer beater that season too
Against the-
that like massive.
Yeah,
Nuggets.
he had a 50. I think that was
was
capped
like a
off
51.
50. Yeah, something crazy ass jumper.
Do you buy So you don't buy the argument that some people make that LeBron should win it every single year?
I don't buy that. I don't think anyone should win. Like, there's just too many people that have outstanding, over the top. LeBron is cursed by his own greatness.
It is.
Exactly.
It's
And-
true
and
because
it's-
he's never going to
I
stand
do
out
think
again.
that's a little unfair. I don't know if he should
Oh,
win
it's
the
absolutely
MVP every year.
is. It's so shitty.
I'm not saying
but
it's fair at all.
yeah.
It's
But
so shitty.
It's 100%.
It's rough, dude.
Like, he's sacrificing that for people to call him the GOAT. You know what I mean? He's sacrificing that MVP every year. It's like, okay, we're moving on to like yearly awards. It's like careerly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Title.
I think
Because
his
literally-
consistency is his real
consistency of
downfall.
great- Yeah,
If-
absolutely. His
in
consistency
that
of like
area.
being
Yeah.
the greatest in maybe in the league every year.
Yeah.
is like he can't win this again.
You
Give it to
can't.
someone else.
It's fatigue, and it's totally unfair. But it's just I don't think anyone expects it to be any other way.
Yeah.
Or, you can't. You can't.
It's not extraordinary for him anymore.
Exactly. It's him. It's just what LeBron is.
Because
and
like when you think about it, if you're picking a dream team, right? Even today, and you're picking your number one choice. I don't know about you guys, but I'm picking LeBron.
like if you want like a series right now,
What?
if you want like a series right now,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
you-
Like I'm
I
saying,
know
like
who
number
it
you're
one.
gonna take LeBron.
You're gonna take LeBron number one every time.
Yeah.
And like I think that's like his curse.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't give it to him every time.
Yeah, I think
Which is shitty.
it is shitty, but yeah, I think he's finally starting to get phased out of the like build your franchise around, just because he's starting to get up there. But just in terms of like, give me a series. I mean,
Yeah.
you really going anywhere but LeBron in that moment?
Yeah.
It's tough.